So San Marino is actually one of the oldest countries in the world. You can't avoid crossing into San Marino for a second. Well, that's fun. And if you didn't already see it, the capital city lies on this mountain. I'm Camilla, I make travel and geography related videos. We are doing the S countries, and today we're zooming in on one of the smallest countries on Earth, San Marino. Yeah, so San Marino is the 5th smallest country on Earth. After Vatican City comes Monaco, then Nauru and Tuvalu, and then comes San Marino. I am super excited to dive in and tell you guys all about it. Let's zoom in. San Marino lies in southern Europe and is a microstate completely enclosed by Italy. So it borders one country, Italy. In the north, the border follows the Torrente Ausa for about 2 kilometers. Here is the northernmost point of the country, in a little forest. Here we can see the border go straight through a building, and if you're driving on this highway, you can't avoid crossing into San Marino for a second. Well, that's fun. In the east, the border follows the Torrente Marano for about 3 kilometers. I'm talking about the distance so you get a feeling of the size of the country. Here is the easternmost point close to this sports facility. The southernmost point lies here, and to the west, the border follows the river. Here comes the San Marino for about 3 kilometers and streams through the country here. The river streams into the bigger river Marecchia in Italy. Oh, the westernmost point lies here, and it seems like the border crosses into a whole lot of buildings here. Yeah, I have some numbers for you now. If we include the Vatican City, which is not a UN member state, but if we include it, then San Marino is the 5th smallest country on Earth. Its area is 61 square kilometers, meaning that we can put 4,939 extra San Marinos in Italy, or roughly 157,000 San Marinos in the United States, if you better can relate to that area. Well, that's a big number, it's hard to relate to that. San Marino comes on place number 191 in population. It has 33,600 inhabitants. Only Palau, Nauru, Tuvalu, and Vatican City have less people. San Marino has so little people, instead of comparing it to other countries or cities, I'm gonna compare it to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska, that has a capacity of 90,000. So we can almost fit 3 San Marinos in here too, considering its population. But even though it is a small country with little population, the population density is actually pretty high. 568 people per square kilometers, making San Marino come a number 11 worldwide. So what does that have to do with life expectancy? Well, in 2019, life expectancy was an impressive 85 years, one of the longest ones in the world. Nice! The capital city of San Marino is San Marino, with a population of 4,500 people. It is not the most populous city, however. That title belongs to Serravalle, with a little over 9,000 people. Another town is Valdragone, lying right next to the capital. The official language in San Marino is Italian, and San Marino in Italian is San Marino. The name derives from Saint Marinus, the founder of a chapel and monastery in the year 301. And from this, the state San Marino grew. So San Marino is actually one of the oldest countries in the world. It's 1,700 years old. It's even older than Italy. San Marino gets cooler and cooler. Let's explore the capital city first. So the capital city lies pretty much in the center of the country. And look at that. Look at that mountain. And that town lying on that mountain. This is amazing. I don't know if I've ever seen a capital city that spectacular before regarding its location. And the mountain is super steep right here. Wow, this is pretty impressive. That's a really cool looking mountain. Okay, so what do we have in the capital city? Museo delle Curiosità. Yeah, Museum of Curiosities. Pretty straightforward. Museo di Stato di San Marino, of the state of San Marino. Oh, there are museums here. Zoom in a little. Gelateria Porta Romana for gelato. La Terrazza, a restaurant, probably with a view. Wow. And here, it looks like a park. Be nice to walk there too. Is that a university? Yeah, looks like it. University of the Republic of San Marino. So we can go study here too. Now you don't have any excuses of not going here. Seems like here you can park your car and then from there walk into the town, because I don't think it's super fun to visit here driving your car. It's much better to just walk around here, I guess. Oh, and they have a Chinese restaurant too, in case you've had enough Italian food. Alright, let's check out the rest of the country too. Zoomed out a little too much, I see. Country is so tiny. Here is Serravalle, another big town of the country. Let's take a look at it. It seems so beautiful here. It looks a lot like Italy, which isn't strange, it lies right next to it. Those houses seem really nice. It's a really nice looking town. And of course they have a view over that really cool mountain in the background there. Yeah, I can see here the population density is pretty high. There are a lot of houses here. I want to check out the south of the country. Let's look at that. See, they have a view over the sea here. From here, you can see Italy lying there and then the sea. Adriatic Sea. It's pretty cool. It isn't that far inland though. I wonder what life is like here. Let's see if we can find that river, the San Marino River. Yeah, so it seems like the river is going here. Wow, look at that. This is where that river goes. I don't see a lot of water here. But yeah, the San Marino River. Here it is easier to see the river. Here you can just follow it. And here we have that same river, but this is Italy and then that is San Marino. This is what San Marino's topography looks like. We can see there is a mountain in the center of the country, and from there it goes downhill in all directions. It's in the north that we can find the lowest elevations. This is also where the distance to the Adriatic Sea is smallest, and this is where the Apennine Mountains meet the Po Valley. As we go further inland, we rise in elevation to the tallest mountain in the country, called Mount Titano. And this mountain is taller than you might think. At least I was surprised when I saw a mountain that tall, that close to the sea. Its elevation is 739 meters or 2,424 feet. And if you didn't already see it, the capital city lies on this mountain. Never before on zooming in on has the capital city been on the highest point of the country too. San Marino is wild. Okay, back to the landscapes. The country is mostly dominated by the limestone slopes of this mountain. There are lots of beautiful green hills, and a lot of the land, about 75%, is being used for agriculture. Okay, because the landscape section for this video is kind of short, I want to highlight the flora and fauna of San Marino as well. So the typical vegetation in the country include olive trees, pine, oak, fir, many different kinds of grasses and flowers, and mammals thriving here include hedgehogs, foxes, weasels, and hares. It's opposite side time. I put my ruler in the capital city, San Marino, move it for 20,000 kilometers around the globe, and like many European countries, the opposite side of San Marino also lies close to New Zealand. The closest land is Pitt Island, part of New Zealand. If you want to travel to San Marino, you have to travel to Italy as well. Yeah, here you get 2 in 1. San Marino has no airports, except for this little airstrip. No train station, but I think there is a bus going there somewhere from Italy. And you can always rent a car and drive. But once you're in San Marino, you can see a lot in just one day. And there is a lot to see in the capital city. There is the Piazza della Libertà, a medieval square with beautiful architecture, terraces and restaurants, with a great view over the southwestern part of the country. If you want an even better view, you could check out the 3 towers. La Rocca Guaita, or Prima Torre, meaning first tower, is a fortress from the 11th century. Moving a little down the street lies the 2nd tower, Seconda Torre, also called Folesia or Cesta. And this is actually where the highest point of the country lies. This is what it looks like. Pretty cool. There are binoculars, and from here you can see big parts of the rest of the country. On a clear day, you can see the sea. And Italy, of course. Here is the 3rd tower, Terza Torre in Italian, or Montale. San Marino seems like such a cute town. I could probably spend hours here walking the streets. but I can imagine it being pretty crowded here, especially in the summer. So if you want more peace and quiet, you could visit other small villages with their own castles. One of the most beautiful castles lies in this little town, Monte Giardino. Here is a church, they have a post office, a hotel, so you can actually stay here, and little houses. If you're in San Marino to chat with locals, I'm guessing it would be easier here than in the capital city where there are much more tourists. San Marino is a tiny country with lots of history. The capital city, clinging into Mount Titano, is filled with landmarks. These were some geographical facts on San Marino. Next time we're gonna go to the other side of the planet, to Samoa. And we're zooming out. Thank you for watching, guys.